What's good? What's good, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of The Urban Platform Speaks. Make sure to like and subscribe as you tune into the channel and check out the content. With that being said, man, I want to speak on the Cleveland Browns situation, right? And I'm not surprised that Kevin Stefanski is still doubling down on sticking with Dillion Gabriel. And I said this before. I thought that no matter what happened with Dillion Gabriel, I thought that Stefanski was going to stick with Dillion Gabriel as long as he could, because it just seems to me that he don't want to. It's basically he's like being stubborn. Like he don't want people to say, well, we told you should have been put Shedeur Sanders in there. He's giving Dillion Gabriel every chance he can, every opportunity he can to to get it together. I think and it almost seems to me that Kevin Stefanski is almost willing to lose his job. Like he's being that stubborn when it comes to Shedeur Sanders, right? And that's evident, in my opinion, by what's going on and what he's saying even after a loss, right? Now, this right here is what I'm getting ready to play. I think this right here is Myles Garrett and how he feels about Myles, what's going on. And I think there's a divide in the locker room. You got Myles Garrett, who wants to win, and he wants the best chance to win. Even if you try with Shedeur Sanders and things don't work out, then I think the locker room will probably respect that more than not even just giving Shedeur Sanders an opportunity, right? So with that being said, I want to play what Myles Garrett first. I want to play Myles Garrett.
Frustration. I mean, try your best not to point fingers. So you just try to clean up what you can, execute the best you can, and be part of the solution. So when I think about
What do you think about the fact that you guys are sticking with the status quo, or Kevin's sticking with the status quo and continuing to go with Dillion instead of turning it over to Shedeur?
Quarterback direction has nothing to do with me. I'm worried about the defense and us giving up the points that we did and the first downs we did. Who we stick with the quarterback is up to Kevin.
Yeah, Kevin, just what progress have...
All right, so I can't, and like, so the way Myles Garrett, he's not going to give like any bulletin board type material or anything, or he don't want to be a disruption to the team. So he's being professional about it, right? He said he wants to be part of the solution. Myles Garrett also understands that all he can do is his job, and who the coach decide to put in there as starting quarterback, he don't really have too much control over that. And so he's not going to say anything or be a distraction. So he said he wants to be part of the solution and not part of the problem, which as a veteran ball player, I mean, you can respect that, right? I wouldn't want him to go out there and try to coach from like the defensive line. That's just not his job. But he is frustrated, like he said.
From Dillion start 1 to start 5, what areas have you seen drastic improvement?
Well, I think with young quarterbacks, Daryl, it's understanding that there's going to be ups and downs. Can Dillion play better? Yes, he can. Can we play better around him? Yes, we can. Can we coach him better? Yes, we can. So I understand the question, but I just trust that our young players at every position, and certainly at the quarterback position, are guys that are going to work their tails off to get better every single day.
And Jimmy Haslam said during training camp that you knew that seeing both young quarterbacks at some point this season was important. So just where is Shedeur at as far as his development? And do you have a timetable of when you would take a look at him?
Yeah, I don't think it's fair to speculate, Daryl. Our we're committed to getting better as an offense. Dillion is certainly committing to improving every which way he can, and all the while, all of our players, young players, are developing and working so hard behind the scenes to make sure that they're getting better on a daily basis.
All right, so you can tell by his, like, he is dug in. Like, when it comes to Dillion Gabriel, he is dug in. And part of the reason I believe that he don't want to go to Shedeur Sanders, maybe he think that Dillion hasn't had long enough to, you know, to kind of get used to the game, to have the game slow down for him, you know. But people think that he's taking a big risk, right? I don't know. Like, if it was you, if you had a decision to make, would you have gone to Shedeur? I think that, you know, I could kind of understand his position. If you're gonna go down, you want to go down for a decision that you make, although that decision may not be popular. But let's just say, for the sake of argument, that he put Shedeur in there, right? And Shedeur don't work out, you know, then he'll have regrets about that. So it's almost like a damned if you do, damned if you don't type situation. If you in Kevin Stefanski's you know, shoes, how many weeks do you give Dillion Gabriel before you say, okay, let's look at Shedeur right now. Let's see, you know, what Shedeur got, what can Shedeur bring to the table. If Shedeur is not his guy, then like I said before, I can see him being stubborn and saying, you know what, you know, Shedeur is too much of a distraction. Shedeur, like, the Shedeur situation probably can get out of control. Like, because if Shedeur comes and Shedeur has some, you know, any type of success, then, you know, maybe Kevin Stefanski, like I said, he may not want to coach Shedeur, because Shedeur will come like more distractions and other things like that. And he's probably hoping and praying, you know, that Dillion Gabriel catch on and they can have some type of success. But looking at Dillion Gabriel out there, it just looks like Dillion Gabriel is gonna. He just don't. A lot of people saying he just don't look like a NFL starting quarterback. You know, so this right here, this is a big gamble that Kevin Stefanski is taking. And I knew it was going to go this way, because Shedeur Sanders is not his guy. He's just not his guy. Probably too much of a distraction for him. And so, yeah, he's in. I got him probably by the end of the season. I don't think if this Dillion Gabriel situation don't work out, I don't even have him being there after this season, to be honest with you. I think, you know, I think the Cleveland Browns will probably move on, and you can tell, like he's willing to go down with the ship. Like, if it don't work, then it don't work, you know. But he just probably made up his mind that he don't want these distractions that come along with Shedeur Sanders. So that's my take on it. Y'all make sure to like and subscribe. Don't forget to leave a comment, and I will check you all out in the next video. Peace.